Yo, welcome back guys to another Paragon video. Today's video we're gonna be going over the supports. Supports are pretty simple, honestly, to go by. There's only a few supports in the game. There's not a lot of items in the game for supports. This will be a pretty quick, simple a guide here for supports. So starting off with the karma spells, as far as supports, you're going to be going Scout. Scout is necessary for supports. It's the Yellowstone that was in the old game, or the old patch. The Scout is going to be really important. The Scout is going to allow you to get passive gold while you're not in combat. So while you're in lane, letting your ADC last hit, you're gonna get gold. Also, while your ADC is doing the one that's last hitting, because you're as a support, you're not supposed to last hit. So if you're last hitting as a support, do not do that. It's supposed to go to your carry. That's what the reason for the Scout karma. You'll let them last hit, that way you can get passive gold as well whenever they last hit. So that is going to be the main one. The second karma spell is going to vary. It kind of really depends on your playstyle and how you feel, if you want to be and like kind of the hero that you're playing. You can either go into a teleport, so it could be a little bit more safe if you're playing a character that isn't that safe, that doesn't have like really good mobility. Like if you're playing as a decker, you probably don't need to go the teleport because you have that escape. You have a really good escape. But if you're playing someone like Narbash who doesn't have an escape, maybe teleport might be more enticing for you. So that's an option. The second option is going to be the recovery. It's going to give you and your teammates a health and while in lane, that way you can get a little bit more sustain in lane. That's the other one. The main one's going to be the Scout Karma. That is a necessity. You have to get that one. That way you don't fall behind on gold. And then the other two are going to be options. The other karma spells aren't really that amazing that benefits the support that well. It's really either going to be teleport and Scout, or recovery and Scout. Those are the main karma spells. All right, so as far as building supports, supports are one of the roles that don't really get a lot of items online. They mainly want to prioritize getting like cooldowns and any kind of actives that help their team. So the more cooldowns, the better. For supports, the starting at level 1, the starting is going to be 2 health potions and the Brightstone. Same thing with the other roles. The Brightstone just gives you health and mana every time you level up, and the potions kind of sustain a lane. It lets you use that gold. The first back, you want to go ahead and pick up Victorious Footstep. This is going to give you some mana regen, some cooldowns. The passive is going to give you some movement speed, and also the active, you can increase the movement speed on your ally for 30%. It's either going to be Victorious Footstep or Mutant Poe. These are pretty good. Around the time that you get your first item as a support, because supports their gold is pretty hard to come by. By the time you get your first item, it's gonna be around like a team fight. You should have enough to get a team fight item. That way, whenever the objective comes up, that'll be where your main team fight's gonna be. So either Victorious Footstep or Mutant Poe will be really good there. Mutant Poe doesn't give you cooldown, but it allows you to transform, that key target on the enemy team. So if like the jungler is going to be trying to secure or diving your backline, you can Mutant Poe them. Next item is going to be Chain of Unity. So either one of these on your first back. Chain of Unity is going to be 30 defense, 40 health, 400 health, 2 health regen, but again 10 CDR. CDR is kind of like the main thing here. You want to get cooldowns on your supports, that way you can get more, like if you're playing Muriel, you get more shields. If you're in Mako, more stuns, knockbacks, more heals, things like that. So Chain of Unity is going to be the next option. Now from here, these are kind of your main core. Right? These are the main ones that you want to get. There's supports really don't have a lot of love in this game. Their items, they're under leveled, they're under farmed, and their items are not the best. But these are gonna be your 3 core as of right now. Other items that can be considered is gonna be Military of High Priest, Mitter of High Priest. It's defense, magical defense, some health, again CDR. The passive is gonna give you your team 8 physical defense and magical defense to all your allies. Not a lot, but it's something. And the shield is going to give you the shield's going to absorb 190 to 360 to nearby allies for 3 seconds. This is not a lot, but again, it's just something there to get a little bit of health bar on your teammates. Another item to go into is Ice Spirit Gloves. The idea of getting these items, it's cheap. You gotta get cheap items because you don't really farm that well as a support. You don't get a lot of gold, so you gotta find good items that are cheap. And unfortunately, these are the only items that are really good for cheap. Another item to go into is gonna be Ice Spirit Gloves. This is gonna be physical defense, mana, cooldown again is the key item there, or key stat, and increase the attack speed of nearby enemy heroes 25%. This is more of a later game item. If there's a lot of if attack speed is kind of a problem on the enemy team, that you can go this item, but normally you're not really going to build this that much. Star's Grace is a new item that recently came out, and this is a really good support item. It's going to give you magical defense, 300 health. It's going to give you some tenacity, so to help you with, like, you know, getting CC'd. Again, the 10 CDR. CDR is always good in the builds. In the passive, whenever you use your ultimate, you're going to grant immunity to your nearby allies for 1.5 seconds. So whenever you use any kind of ultimate, Narbash ultimate, Decker Gauge, Mirror ult, I don't know how Mirror ult really works, if it's where you land or where you started the leap, the ult. But Star's Grace is a good one. And then for me, I put in Guardian Helene. This is just, if the more than likely enemy team is going to be building crit, this is just a really cheap item. And again, for supports, you need cheap items to get your items online, because you don't get a lot of gold. Guardian Helene is 23.75, really cheap. You get 50 defense, 300 health, 5 CDR, so it's a little bit of CDR, and then you decrease the crit damage by 30%, so just to help you survive a little bit longer. But yeah, these are the kind of like the main core items. There's not a lot of support items. The supports don't get a lot of love. They also don't get late game really quickly like other people do. Usually when it comes to late game, if the late game carries and solo linears are full slotted, the support's probably like working on their third item. It kind of sucks. Supports are not in a really good spot right now, so hopefully we can get some love for the supports. These are your main like active items. From there, it just kind of depends on what you need. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Really short. Supports, again, there's not a lot of items for supports. There's not a lot of love, so hopefully we'll get some more support items and more love for the support players. There's very few of those guys, but we do appreciate you. But that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Everyone take care, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.